What's good, humble family? How y'all feeling, man? Pray you all are well blessed and safe, taking care of yourselves, spreading and putting love and positivity in the air. Yes, sir. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all couple of days of the snow. If you got affected by the winter storm or anything, I pray that y'all made it safe. Y'all got through it, and you was able to get some things accomplished as well. I hope y'all took advantage of the snow days that we had. If you were off of work, off of school, whatever the case may be, I pray that you did take advantage of it and didn't let the time slip past you by doing things that wasn't important. Not saying the rest wasn't important, not saying, the rest wasn't deserved. Y'all been working hard, we've been doing this and doing that, but we also got to remember that the journey doesn't stop. So whatever the case may be, you got the days off of work, days off of school. It is still very, very important to make sure that we get something done towards our journey. All right, whatever the case may be, whatever you're working towards, we got to make sure that we're putting some type of effort, no matter what, towards that. Okay. Today, I want to talk about my semen retention journey. Okay. First off, I want to start by saying it's been about a month now. Okay, been about a month on my SR journey, so I'm definitely happy about that. Haven't been able to achieve a month for some time now. Been a fighting thing on and off, but going at least like a month straight, I was able to do that. So I'm very proud of myself for that. Now, the things that come with that is the crazy part, right? Okay. So today, this morning, I probably dealt with one of the biggest urges that I experienced so far during this 30-day run or month run, whatever the case may be, right? It was probably one of the biggest urges. It was close to the point where I was about to cave in. I was about to just give up and be like, F it, falling into my flesh, making that mistake. But just knowing how far I came, just knowing that I'm a month in, just knowing that I dealt with this in the previous years of going back and forth, getting that urge and say, all right, you know, I'm gonna get back on it after this one and this one, and then it's just like a never ending cycle. It just keeps happening and happening. So I didn't want my first mistake to be something that I probably could control, right? Something that I could probably fight. Okay. I knew that I had to be different this year. I knew that I had to think different. I knew that I could not just give into my flesh just because of this urge that I was experiencing. Okay. Fellas, we're men. Ladies, y'all human. Y'all human, women, right? We all gonna have urges. We all got desires and stuff like that. But we know, especially when dealing with lust, we know that when it gets to a point where it's like uncontrollable and we're watching these things every day, or we're doing these, participating in these activities every day, every other day, whatever the case may be, it starts to take control of your soul. Humble family, the lust start to take control of your soul. And next thing you know, you're just regularly doing these things, regularly watching porn, regularly just, pleasure and everything like that. And your brain starts to be like, oh, well, this is easy dopamine right here. I don't know what they doing, but this is easy dopamine right here. And then you might feel good for that point, but you're not, right? So we all know this anyway. And it's a long journey. But that urge that I had this morning, like I said, it almost took me down. Okay. But I knew that it had to be different this year. Okay. I knew how far I came. I knew how far I can go if I do not just give into it. So humble family, we gotta fight, fight, fight. When we get these urges, fellas, I know a lot of y'all, and I'm talking to my fellas kind of because I got more of a larger audience of men watching my channel. And I know a lot of y'all practicing the semen retention. I know y'all practicing this semen retention. I know y'all trying to get rid of lust, any addictions that may follow and stuff like that. So when we get to a point where we fighting these urges, we fighting these attacks, humble family, you really, really, really you really, really, really gotta fight. You really, really, really gotta call on the Lord. Okay? But don't just stop there. You have to keep going. You have to keep doing it and keep doing it. Okay, I kept praying. One prayer didn't just take it away. Two prayers didn't just take it away. But no, I kept on praying. I kept praying. I kept praying, right? And then also I felt the emotion. That's a lot of things that it's kind of dangerous and scary at the same time, but it's much needed. You have to feel the emotion. So when you're going through that urge and you having that urge, you have to sit there and feel it. Okay, I'm feeling this type of way right now. I know what I want to do, but I know it's not right. What can I do? Right? You really got to think about that. You really got to sit down, breathe, and just think about that. What can I do? Okay. So simple for me. I started praying, and then next thing you know, I started doing workouts. Okay. And it was hard, humble family. I'm telling you, it was hard. It was hard to get down and just do 20 push-ups. It was tough because I didn't want to disappoint myself and do that workout and start to do those push-ups, sit-ups, and everything like that, and then I still go ahead and do it. Okay, that was going to be devastating to me, right? But then I had to get out my head real quick off of that. I'll be like, man, what am I talking about right now? How do I know I'm going to feel like that? How do I know if I get down here, start working out, start doing push-ups to get these things off my mind? How do I know that I'm even going to start or still feel like how I'm feeling right now with these urges, right? So I was like, I sound silly right now. So what I did, and it still was tough, but what I did, I forced myself down and I started doing 20 push-ups, okay? Didn't stop there. After my 20 push-ups, started doing some sit-ups. After that, started lifting the weights a little bit, okay? It wasn't a full home workout like I usually do, but it was something to get my mind off of it, okay? It was something to spark that dopamine up for my brain besides just releasing it. Okay, it was the hard work, it was the putting in the sweat. Okay, knowing that I'm doing something great, knowing that I'm doing something towards my journey that I'm supposed to be doing, and not just releasing to pixels on the screen. Okay, so after that, I felt so good about myself. I felt so good about myself. The urges was not there no more, and I just felt proud. I felt like God was proud of me because I really fought through that. It wasn't just like no normal urge, humble family. This was probably one of the biggest ones that I faced so far in this journey that I'm going on. As far as like right now, like I said, I'm a month in, and this probably was the biggest one. But humble family, you got to believe that you're able to conquer it. You got to believe that God has given you the strength to conquer it. It might feel like it's kicking your ass and it might feel like it's beating you down and you just like, forget it. I don't like this. I'm about to just, you know what I'm saying? Just fulfill my flesh, do that. I'm telling you, humble family, we are bigger than our flesh, okay? We are a spirit. We are the soul. The flesh is just here. God just gave us that, but that don't mean that it's in control of us. We're in control of it. Okay, so when we've been giving it to these things like fornication and porn for so long, yes, it's going to be tough. It's just not something you can say like, oh man, like nah, and just get up and go on about your day. No, you're going to have those thoughts that want to keep coming back like it's just one time. You went this far, you can do it. You can do it this one last time and don't do it again for another month, something like that. Everything is going to try to go against you. But you have to believe in yourself and you have to stand for yourself. No, I'm disciplining myself. I'm not doing that. I'm not participating in any lust. Okay, this is me. This is a new year. This is a new plan for me. This is a new direction that I'm going in. So I will not keep making the same mistakes. You got to tell yourself this, humble family. Okay, yes, the mistakes may come, but hey, I'm living the fight another day right now. The mistake did not take control of me. It did not win this battle. And I know it's plenty more to come following behind that. But right now, I'm celebrating the victory that God has brought me through today. I'm so happy that I was able to overcome that. Thank you, Jesus. So humble family, fellas, ladies, going through this SR journey, the semen retention journey, trying to move away from lust, trying to move away from any addiction that you may be following. All I want to say is just keep fighting, but really fight. Really fighting. You got to keep it going. Be consistent with it, okay? Like I said, one prayer might not help. Two prayers might not help. But you got to keep repeating it. You got to keep talking to God. Keep talking to him. Don't just say, hey, God, please take these urges. Like, you can say it, but don't just say, like, God, please take these urges away from me and bam. That's it. No, 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 no. You gotta sit down. You gotta have a conversation with them. You gotta feel that emotion, feel that urge. Okay, substitute it with something else. You might not want to do no push-ups. You might not want to do a workout right now. You don't want to do that. You want to take the easy way and go ahead and rub it out, right? You want to take the easy road, go ahead and rub it out. Boom, brain sparked. I'm good. I'm going about my day. No, that's not always the case, because you know you're gonna feel bad afterwards. You know you're gonna feel like crap, especially when you trying to be on the semen retention journey and you're trying to, cut all that out. You're going to feel bad. You'll feel good for the first 3 minutes maybe, but you're going to feel bad afterwards. Okay, so as hard as it may be to do, get down, start doing them push-ups. Okay, as hard as it may be, open up your favorite book. Be sitting up there like, why is it so hard for me to open up this book? I love this book. Like, why? Because your brain is telling you to do something else. It don't want to read. It might be your favorite book, but it don't want to read right now. It want to go, hey, yeah, do what you need to do. Nah, remember, you are in control, not your flesh, okay? Your flesh just telling you what you've been feeding it all these years. It's just asking for what you're feeding it. Don't hate your flesh. Don't be mad at it. It's only doing what you've been giving it, all these years. Okay, but when you're trying to discipline it, like I said, don't be mad at it. Work with it. Like, hey, we gotta work through this together. And this is a no-no. All right. So, humble family, just keep the fight going, man. I love y'all. We active. We going. Let me know how y'all semen retention journey going. Like I said, I'm a month in, and I'm trying to go past it, man. I want to. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like the corn and all that, man. That needs to be deaded in 2026. That needs to be deaded. We are much more than watching people on the screen that we don't even know. We are much more than that. Okay, but even when it's just lust, okay, you might don't have problems with corn no more. You might not have problems with pleasure yourself no more. You might not have that problem, but you still have a problem with chasing lust, chasing women, chasing every fat butt that you see, and this and that. This is going to be the year where you discipline yourself, but you have to talk to yourself. You have to be nice to yourself. You have to work with yourself. All right, humble family, I love y'all, man. Like I said, let me know how y'all semen retention journey going. If you done relapsed, you released, look, it's not the end of the world. But, you have to get on it, okay? Get on your shit, get on it. Go hard, okay? Make the comeback stronger than it's ever have been. All right, I love y'all, man. I see y'all next video. Y'all take it easy. Keep doing the Lord's work. Keep smiling. Now holla at y'all. Peace.